Bruh. All right, y'all.
Just put us on air like that.
Yeah.
To another episode of
Air.
Medical Mafia.
Oh, you gotta
So this episode we were going to talk about our Make-A-Wish trips because we all had one, and then we have a special guest, CJ. Woo, welcome, CJ. And his Make-A-Wish is pretty dope. Once again, we didn't really pick an order in which we were gonna go in. I feel like CJ and I should go last, just cause. So that leaves the three of you to go ahead and start with yours. And what I want to do is I want you, because I know Ariana mentioned something about wishing that, like, or not wishing that you pick something different, essentially, right? So when we go around, I want y'all to, like, you know, of course, talk about your experience if you wish that you would have waited, and if you did wish that you would have waited, if you do wish that you would have waited, what would you have picked? Okay. Okay.
Got you.
That's good. That's fire, right? Okay. All right. Go ahead.
My Make-A-Wish was Disney World. I wish I would have waited till I was older, but I don't think I wish I would have chose something different because the memories that I did have there, good memories. So the ones I like to keep.
What did you do at Disney World that was like different? Like was it like excuse? Like was it like more exclusive things that like normal people wouldn't have?
Yeah.
Just like you gotta get it.
Like I had so like they gave me this like gold. It was like almost like a golden ticket, and every ride I would go on, I'm going straight to the front of the line. They would have Mickey, Goofy, Donald. They would have them all come to my like little villa I was staying at every night and read me and my sister like little bedtime story before we went to bed. And I was like, dang, they did it for every night. We was there for like a whole week. Food paid for, breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, all free. I was like, oh my god, yeah, whole week was fine. It was lit. It was lit.
Now, did you and Zanaya share a Make-A-Wish, or did she do something different?
She had her own Make-A-Wish, and then what she did was actually the same thing, but it was in a different resort. So yeah, it was still Disneyland, and basically it was almost like the same thing, but they had like I'm not sure if y'all familiar with it, like little bunnies or something like that. They have at Disney World. I can't remember what they're called exactly, but they had them, and then the chipmunks. That's what they called Dale.
Did you say bunnies? You called them bunnies?
Yes. I was.
You talking about Alvin and the Chipmunks?
No.
No,
Chip and Dale.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dale.
Yeah, but yeah, it was basically the same thing, but different experiences.
I'll go. I went to Disney too. I was like 8 or 9 when they came to me talking about the wish. And what was my options? It was like get an option, go to Disney World, or like go on Ellen.
Ellen.
I probably would have went with going on Ellen.
I would have went to Ellen.
It was like, if you want to go on Ellen, you got to wait like a while. It's gonna be a while. And my ass, we went to fucking Disney World.
You said, "Let's do it now."
Like, damn. We went to Disney World. We stayed in the villa, and you know, it was fun. We stayed there for like a week. No, what happened? I remember all my family went to breakfast, and they left me, my little sister, and my uncle. We was asleep. We woke up, ants in the bed, ants everywhere. It was, oh my god!
I need a refund on my wrist.
Like no,
yeah.
so like
one child itching, I would have been scratching.
Like I never forget just waking up and it was just ants just on my body, all over the beds for like 3 days. They
in
brought
a nice resort, like
me and Simone's face. We was like 3 days.
Because
but like it was fun. Like when we went to like the little like parks and everything, we got to like name stars after us. But I do wish I would have waited, because if I would have waited to like do like the Ellen choice, I would have been older, could have went on there, talked about sickle cell and everything, got us out there. I was a 9-year-old kid. So wasted. I wish I would have. I was like 16 or something and left the country. Like shit, but shoulda, coulda, woulda.
All right, Simone.
okay, so for my Make-A-Wish, I went on a cruise to Hawaii, and the cruise stopped at all the islands. I was like 15, but I kind of wish I would have. No, I was 14, but I kind of wish I would have waited a little bit till maybe I was like 17, maybe like 16 or 17, just because I probably would have picked another place out the country, like somewhere a little bit more extravagant. But then again, I don't, because it's like, whenever is you gonna go on a cruise to all the islands of Hawaii? And it was like a week cruise. Like we was on there for a long time. And we did like a photo shoot on there. We had like a special dinner. Like they had did a lot of stuff for us on there. So I'm really cool with not change without having something else, basically, like, because you never know when you'll be able to do something like that again.
I want a refund.
You want a refund? Well, unfortunately, babe.
Once in a lifetime.
Okay. And then just to specify, like, because there was some people in the group that didn't get Make-A-Wishes for whatever reason. But yeah, CJ, you want to go?
Yeah, I'll go.
Oh, hold on. Sorry to cut you off. Say your name, your age, and what your diagnosis was.
All right, so my name's Chris, 23. I was diagnosed with a ALL in the blood, leukemia in the blood. And then what? You want me to go my Make-A-Wish? So for my Make-A-Wish, I got to go meet LeBron when he was still in Cleveland in 2009, when Shaq was playing for him and whatnot. But it was pretty dope. Like we got to go to a training, one of their practices. We got to sit courtside when he played Durant his rookie year. They took us to this hard rock museum they got up there, and like they had like Michael Jackson's like glove and like jackets that he had wore and shit. So they was literally letting me and my brother Philip like wear the glove. Like we was wearing his glove. Got a picture with his glove on and everything.
Look at Aries.
It was dope. But I don't know. Other than that, like we got to stay in like a 40-story hotel. Like I ain't never stayed in something like that. So like we got to do all that. They gave us spending money. Like food was free, all that for like a week and a half. But if I could have changed it, I'd have been older, and I would have done something like Kai would have done and met someone famous that I could still talk to this day. Like, not a whole team of motherfuckers said.
Yeah.
They do that all the time. Like,
well, so I'm just trying to figure out how y'all ended up with all this spending money and how y'all's food was free, because they did not feed me. I did not get food. I did not get no spending money.
That whole crew was real good.
Yeah.
Free everywhere.
So, Yes, I may have an everlasting relationship with my Make-A-Wish, but we did not eat. No, I'm playing.
Right.
But do you remember like any of the conversations or anything that you had with them, or it's just like all the players?
Yeah, like the coolest person I met up there was Shaq. Like he was dope. He did a dunk in the game, like his signature dunk, and then looked at me in the crowd and was like, "That was for you, dog." I was like, "Damn."
And you got didn't you get like a ball they signed or something
Mhm.
like that?
Yeah, I got a ball signed by the whole team.
That's dope. That's worth a pretty penny right there.
I gotta get it appraised because it's probably 20 racks or something.
Yeah, yeah. And I don't know much about basketball, but
Oh, it's got Brown on there.
you will and Shaq. So
Yeah,
I would
it's,
assume that it's worth
two of the people are legit.
a pretty penny. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um, and then I guess we could go with my Make-A-Wish. So my Make-A-Wish, I did it when I was 14. My mom made me wait till I was older. And it was between two people. It was between Tyler Perry and Nelly. And
Ooh.
we even took it to Facebook. It was that serious. We took it to Facebook and had people vote. And then I ended up deciding on Nelly because that's my dude, and I listened to his music a lot, especially during that time. I listen to it a lot now. He was like #1 on my 2022 like Apple playlist music thing they be putting out. I was like, but I ended up going with Nelly, and my initial wish was to. There's a restaurant in St. Louis named Sweetie Pies. It's like super famous. It had a TV show and the owner.
Mm-hmm.
So my initial wish was to meet Nelly and eat Sweetie Pies with him, like have a dinner type of deal. But they weren't able to get Sweetie Pies to where we were. So I ended up going to, I believe it was North Carolina. It was either North or South Carolina. It was one of the Carolinas. And it was a Florida Georgia Line concert. And we went, they flew us out there and we went to the concert, and we actually had seats in the stadium, so we watched the whole concert. That was my first ever Nelly concert. And then after he got off the stage, that's when they took us backstage. And he was signing stuff for people, and as he's doing his thing, he's looking up at me, smiling, waving and stuff. And then they was like, "It's your turn." And I was like, "Okay." And then I went up there and he gave me a hug and was asking how I was doing, and we was just talking, asking me my name. And then he asked like if we had anything to sign, and Make-A-Wish's rules was like you only able to take one thing for him to
Yeah.
sign. So my mom had took like a hat. I had a hat on, and he signed it. And then he was like, "Was there anything else you want me to sign?" And my mom is like, "Well, they only told us we could bring X amount of things, you know." And then I told him, he was like, "You got any questions for me or anything?" And at that point, I had almost known everything there was to know about this man. So I asked him what his favorite food, favorite color, and favorite animal was. He said his favorite color was blue, his favorite animal was dogs, and he liked turkey burgers. And then we chopped it up. And then he asked if we was gonna stay for the rest of the concert, and we said yeah, we was gonna go back to our seats. And he was like, "Don't worry about it. You can sit on the side of the stage." And we was like, "Oh, okay." So then we sat on the side of the stage for the rest of the concert. And you know that song, Cruise, that he got with Florida Georgia Line? He went out and performed that while we was on the side of the stage. And one of Florida Georgia Line's guitar people was sitting there playing a guitar, and he looked over at us and literally grabbed a handful of picks and walked off the stage and handed them to me and then walked back on and continued playing. So that was pretty dope. And then I saw Nelly's brother on the sidelines as well. We took a picture also. And then, like CJ mentioned, that's my bestie for the rest. I've actually seen him 3, 4 times after that as well. So, and that was the day he followed me on Instagram, and we've been locked in since. That's been my
That's dope.
no. That's how it happened.
God
He,
damn it.
I had made a post, and I had to explain because you're a little older, and at that time Instagram was like just popping and stuff. So I had to explain to him that I was gonna leave it my account private and tag him in it and all that, and then he ended up actually commenting on the post that I had made about the Make-A-Wish trip. And then we've been locked in ever since. Yeah.
Insane.
That's how that happened.
Yeah, that's fine.
What'd you say?
Should have met Beyonce or something.
Beyonce or something, yeah. And I don't wish that I would have, changed it or anything. Because I think about it often, and I feel like if I would have went with Tyler Perry, it would have been like one and done. Like, because you know how big he is and all that. So I feel like I would have seen him, seen a play. And I've been to Tyler Perry plays before. So, yeah. And there was one girl that did meet Beyonce. I want to say she like had front row tickets to the concert. And Beyonce like sang to her and stuff, and then she got to meet her in the back. But that was before Beyonce is who she is now. I don't think Beyonce now would do a Make-A-Wish or nothing.
Nah, she too exclusive now.
She too up there now for sure. And then y'all seen that video of Kanye West talking about his one Make-A-Wish experience?
No.
He was talking about how he was kicking it with a Wish kid, and the dude asked him like who was the most famous celebrity you had ever met or like your favorite, and Kanye had replied, I can't remember who he said, and the kid was like, dang, I could have wished to meet him. And Kanye was like, the kid felt like he wasted a wish on Kanye because he could have wished to meet the other dude.
Oh.
I was sitting there weak. I was just sorry. And then there was that one. And then I used to, before I got my Make-A-Wish, me and my friend Isabel, before we got on the bus every day for school, we used to watch other kids' Make-A-Wishes. And then it's still crazy to me that, like, I was one of those kids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I really should have wished for? Could have been on Disney in a Marvel movie or something.
I'm weak.
Could have
been with. Let me be on that episode of iCarly. Let me just be a guest star. Just walk in, give me a couple lines. I'm going crazy.
My career is popping off.
I'm saying.
He said this let me get on one show.
By now.
She said
9-year-old decisions.
It's okay. It was a big decision to make.
And it's a 9-year-old.
Okay.
Mama was so hard for it to be just my decision. She was trying not to like put no input on it and shit. No, you should have just been like, no, that was stupid. Because damn it. Damn.
I think I low-key think my mom was more on the side of Tyler Perry than she was Nelly. Because, most Black kids, we're going to include CJ in this too. We all watched Tyler Perry growing up. So I think she was like, I think she was more on the side of that. But then once we ended up doing Nelly, that was most definitely like one of the best decisions.
Yeah.
I'm still tripping off of this summer. No kidding.
Shit, even if I would have met Tyler Perry, once again, career would have been popping off. Y'all would have seen me
famous by now.
Yeah,
you would have been in a play or something.
I'm saying.
Fun.
I would have been in Medea's Big Happy Family.
Okay.
Hey, I'd have met Wiz Khalifa and just been
smoking. Somebody. That's what I was thinking of. Somebody had met Wiz and then they went on a walk. And then they came back.
Wiz set him up for life, I bet you.
Yeah.
Taking care of him.
He took him on a walk.
I'm
just glad that my wish wasn't one of those situations that it was a shared wish. Because there's some kids that all wish for the same thing and then they all put them in the same group. Like some of the John Cena videos that are out.
Hello.
It'd be like 4 kids and I wouldn't have felt that. Because then it wouldn't have been like my, you know what I'm saying? Like my experience. But it was still overall 10 out of 10.
That'd be something unique.
Yeah, 10 out of 10 definitely would do it again.
And 10 out of 10 highly recommend for any kid who hasn't done it yet.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
make sure you think hard on what you want to do.
Yeah.
Yes. Please get.
Don't pick Disney.
And then
if you
also,
already been.
did y'all know they was talking about taking sickle cell off the list?
I'm sorry.
Let's talk about it. Let's get into the tea. No, I'm playing. But
No, let's get into it because I didn't hear about that.
They were talking.
And why would y'all do that?
They were talking about taking sickle cell off of the list. Hold on. Let me see. I'm gonna pull up the article.
Be so serious. That sounds. You don't love us.
Well, hopefully they was just.
They want to get rid of us so bad.
We don't.
Like we don't even do nothing or bother nobody.
We're just trying to leave.
At all.
We don't bother nobody.
That's the whole point of Make-A-Wish. Y'all suck.
I don't know. It should be on until they find a cure for that shit. Regardless.
I'm looking for it. I can't find it right now, but I had seen it on there that they was talking about taking it off, and I was just like, the math wasn't mathing. Like it just didn't make sense.
Yeah, at all.
But on here, they left it on here though, because it says on the guidelines that sickle cell disease, you can go on here.
Okay.
I feel like
if I was 18 and I did my Make-A-Wish, it would have been raps.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
would have been across the world.
I'd have gone on a private jet with like Denzel Washington.
I was about to say private jet or first class.
Like wherever I'm going. P6 going.
Okay, so sickle cell qualifications. It says sickle cell disease, hemoglobin SS, hemoglobin SC, or thalassemia with severe or chronic complications such as acute chest syndrome. The stuff, it got big words on here. The stuff where your spleen get jacked up, they got to down. Stroke, necessary regular transfusions, pulmonary hypertension, multiple severe pain crises within a past year, and end organ damage requiring additional supportive measures. So he ain't qualifying for none of that shit, basically.
I'm saying round.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, the only thing he qualified for would have been having sickle cell SS, unless he's had acute chest syndrome before. But the rest of that shit he don't got, and neither does JB. So that explains.
I was about to say that's probably why she didn't get one because she don't be sick like that. That makes sense.
They damn near in the same boat.
Wow, that's crazy. Well, if I did do it when I was 16, 17, I wouldn't have qualified.
Heard. I'm still
trying. Exactly. I couldn't wait. Like I went into remission when I was 8. So.
Yeah. Yeah. When did you start going to camp, CJ? What year?
When I was like 5 or 6.
So that would have been like
2005 or 2006. Something.
You weren't born in 2000.
2006, 2005. Right?
2006, 2007. You were 5 and 6. Yeah. Because you were a year older.
Yeah, because I remember meeting Brian when I was 6.
That motherfucker. Jesus. All right, cool.
I'm ready for Brian's episode.
You said you ready for Brian's episode?
Yeah, he need to get up here at least one good time.
We'll have Brian join us whenever Brian's schedule will allow Brian to join us. That's gonna be like a night episode.
He's like the CEO of a company. You can't get a hold of him.
I was about to say Brian hard to track down. You gotta become the FBI to get a hold of him. I'm gonna have to text his mama. Like for real. Okay. We're gonna get deep. This one says how being sick affects our daily life and also how it affects our mental health.
Okay. It's a good one. Who would like to start us off? Damn.
You said you would like to start us off?
I said who, but I
Oh.
will. I
You?
mean, I will. I will. A daily life. I try not to let it affect me, but it can affect you as far as like you are physically not, how do I say this? You are not as physically fit as other humans. Is that the right? Is that right? Is that the right thing? So like your body is, not, not as efficient as other humans. So it's harder for you to do normal tasks like actually getting up out of bed to go to work, and you still got normal daily life things that you got to do. So it's like you're always 50% less than what a regular, human as far as stamina physically goes, things of that nature. So that's a big one for me. Mentally, um it's probably a mental strain on your body. So it's all kind of connected. So if your body's kind of like, not physically there, then your mental is probably not physically there as well. So it's all kind of plays into each other. I feel like that's the biggest thing for me.
I think in terms of mentally, like, yeah, it connects in terms with your body, but I feel like there's also more other things that pour into the mental aspect of it in terms of friends passing away, PTSD from
True.
crazy hospital things, just being sick overall, because I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. You know what I'm saying? So I think
Facts.
it's
Facts.
more being poured into mental than just my body is tired and that's mentally taking a toll. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I think that's
I
what
was more on that side of I'm sick and tired of being sick
being
and
sick and
tired
tired.
type. Yeah.
Cause every day, cause it don't just be like your physical body. It be the stuff that you miss out on, and feeling like you a bad friend because you can't go to this thing, or I'm sorry, I gotta miss out,
Right.
or if I can't even put in words right now. Like I'm just going through my head. Like
For me, I don't think I've ever had the feeling of feeling like I'm a bad friend necessarily, just because if you understand my situation and you just understand my situation, you know what I'm saying? You know that it's
Yeah.
something I may or may not be able to
yeah,
come to.
it was definitely
Or
harder growing up around people who just didn't get it,
get it.
and
Yeah.
so them it's like you the odd one out, and it's like, well, damn, and then it just goes into just being a regular teenager and wishing you was invited out with your friends and they didn't invite you because you don't come.
Right.
So it goes right back into it, and then the mental stress that you go through puts more physical strain on your body.
Right. I think that's where, for me, that's where y'all came in. Like,
Right.
I'm like,
Because there's someone else there type that understands a little bit type
exactly.
deal.
And I would get in the ruts and be like, I just want to go to Cincinnati, hang out with my Cincinnati friends. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all understood, and I knew that. Shoot, even if it was just me visiting one of y'all in the hospital, I'm still kicking it. We on the same level. You know what I'm saying? Um. So yeah, no, I hear you on the friends aspect.
Mm.
Yeah, I think it was kind of weird for me with my friends too, especially kind of like now in today's day. I feel like I'm not really sick as much as I used to, or rarely even at all, because I can't even remember the last time I've been admitted, if we're being honest. So it's like my friends now aren't used to me being sick and being in the hospital and being tired and can't go out. We older now, so we go out to clubs and stuff. And so when I be tired, they just be like, go take a nap, like, but they don't really understand that my body can't, yeah, I'm well. I ain't sick like I used to be, but I can't keep going like y'all could keep going. So they don't really. I don't think that it's that they don't understand. It's just they've never even really seen me sick or happen to, or my body fully shut down to where I got to go to the hospital and I can't completely do nothing, and I'm always okay. So I don't know. It'd be kind of weird sometimes on the friend side.
I definitely, because even like being in college and living in college, the friends they didn't know me in school when I was young. Always, I'm older, so I'm more proactive towards taking care of my body. They don't sit, or it's not high school, so I don't got to get up every day to go to a class. But they don't see me sick. Like they didn't. It wasn't until I was admitted last December to where they had seen me for the first time in almost. Damn. Oh, something. Having against the, because I'm usually who's right away.
Hold on. Turn your mic off and then turn it on.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can anyone else hear her like that, or
Somebody phone tweaking.
You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Well, shit. What was the last thing y'all heard?
I don't even know.
In a hospital and this, I was really trying to focus and listen.
Yes, and I was trying to concentrate so hard.
You hear this girl? What? Nobody gonna say nothing. Terrible.
Because I thought it was just my stuff tweaking.
That's why I muted my mic.
Hey, that's funny.
I don't know how to
Heard that you got
Might have to keep that one in. That's funny.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep that one in for sure. CJ talking about he hopped off the Wi-Fi and everything. Y'all in comedy.
Oh, shit. I was saying, like, when I was hospitalized in December, that was one of the first times they had ever really seen me like down and out, because to them, as they're getting to know me now, I'm usually the friend who is always, like, I'm bubbly and I'm excited to do stuff. What we doing? Like, but they don't know me to have to. Nah, I can't go out. I'm in the bed. Like, I can't
Or
do
this
it.
little episode of me being able to do a whole bunch of stuff ain't gonna last long.
It ain't gonna last long. Like, or I can't stay out with y'all at all hours tonight because I'm starting to feel this shit in my knee and it's about to be over.
Yeah.
In my back.
Yeah, it's about to be over tonight, y'all. And having to be, so even that kind of sucks, because it'll be like having to be the one to be like, yeah, the night is done. Or at least
And then that's the thing that adds on in terms of like friends and stuff. In this generation, everybody just want to turn up. Everybody just want to party every weekend. So don't nobody know how to just chill out and watch movies. Like, it ain't bad to, if I'm down, to just chill in the house, watch movies, have a bunch of snacks. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it ain't bad to do that. Like, it's okay to do that, but don't nobody know how to do that now. So
Yep.
it's really,
I got friends. Well, I got a friend like that. She don't know how to sit down. She don't know how to sit down for a day.
like, girl, but not. I think, and then just back to like the mental part of it. I think the only thing that I've really struggled with is the losing people. Like,
It's who?
losing people.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like, and I was talking to my therapist about it the other day, because I'm like, the people that's going through it with me that I can talk like about with, like, talk about the situation with, don't nobody talk about it. So then it's like we all just eating it and moving on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like that be eating me up. And then when y'all get sick, I be having like real bad anxiety. Like, oh my god, who's next? You know what I'm saying? But that's I think in terms of mentally, that's the only thing that now really gets me.
Mm-hmm.
And that be eating me up for real.
Me too.
Yeah.
Scared.
Yeah, because we locked in. We're lifers. But the fact that it stopped with Dre, I mean, it started with Dre and just still hasn't stopped. It's so fucked up. Like, I don't be knowing like how to process stuff. And like I said, the people that like we be going through it all together, but nobody talks about the shit. It's just like, oh damn, it happened again. All right, let's go through the motions and keep it pushing.
And I feel like it's a waiting cycle, like, cause not even with just us, cause I noticed like that's how I am with my family that's been passing away. I feel like at this point, it's like I'm just always wondering who next. Like that's the only thought I could have about the situation is who next. Like,
No.
And you know,
it's
it's almost sad because for me, at least, we low key hoping, wishing that it's you.
Yay. No, I felt that one. What you say, CJ?
So that's just sad to feel like you hope it was you, so it ain't gotta be the next person type shit.
Nah. And I just know, because I feel what Ariana said, but I know once I'm gone, y'all lost. I know once I'm gone, it's a wrap. It's a wrap for all y'all. But I 100% do what you said, in terms of hoping that it's you that's next and not somebody else. Cause I tell you, August of this year, that shit ate me up. When Nick passed, and then literally 4 days later, Jasmine passed. I was like, get the fuck out of here! Like, this can't be real life. You know what I'm saying? And then I think the thing that gets me is like our families, like we talked about before, our families have like these expectations of us, for like our lives and things like that. But it's like, how are we supposed to make a plan or do things when we watching our friends that have the same stuff that we have die? Like,
and I think it's like that could have been me.
right.
That can be me. That's gonna be me one day.
Right. And like I said in the last video, like reality of the other situation was we born sick, we gonna die sick. You know what I'm saying? So but I just think that aspect of it mentally takes a toll more than anything for me.
I feel like that also that like be pulling on my mental. It'd be like you trying to balance out what normal people expectations because just a fear of being a failure. Like I'm gonna fail in life because I'm sick. Because I can't get up to go to work and do the same work that everybody else is doing. So how am I gonna make the money to provide? Or what am I gonna do if I get sick and I'm down and I can't provide for myself? I think about that stuff all the time, and it do messing with me.
Yeah, because I could say my biggest struggle every day is getting out of bed. That is my biggest struggle. Like, and it'd be like once I'm out of bed and dressed and moving, I'm good to go. But the getting out of the bed,
I get up.
I fight myself every morning.
Get up and be like, we doing the same thing all over again. I do want to share. So last episode we talked about camp and how we all met and all that good stuff, and this all flows on the same topic of like mentally and the friends passing and things like that. And at the end of every week, they always used to sing this song called "Stars in the Sky." And "Stars in the Sky," "Stars in the Sky" would make everybody cry, and you would have the ugliest of cries, especially Zion, especially the boys. They would have the ugliest of
I'm
cries, and
gonna
then you
lie.
start laughing
I'll
at them
put
that
on
out.
sunglasses.
I lose
Yeah.
a lot of water weight that day.
And then you would start
Yeah.
laughing at how ugly people was crying. But there's a part in the song, it's the last verse, and it says, "And if by chance you should be going there, please take this message that I hope you'll share. Please take this message to the ones too young to have learned. The time is too short and there's so much to do. Don't waste a moment of what's given to you. Don't waste a moment because you'll never see it return." And that one right there always used to speak out to me, even before people, were passing. But because that told us that, we were sick and it was gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? That's how I took it. And then once Dre passed, that verse spoke out more than anything. You know what I'm saying? And then it just continued. And then even when I went back to camp this summer and they got to that verse, I was bawling. I had to turn around. I was like, I cannot. I was like, this is too real. And like I said, once Dre passed, it was like, oh no, like this really made it real. You know what I'm saying? And then I think that's why I also got, when we did the wish sticks, and the last wish stick I ever read said, "Don't waste a moment." Like I had to get that tattoo instantly. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like that's real talk.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, nah. I think
God fucked me up.
you said it fucked you up.
Real bad.
But I think it's real because everybody, like, when it comes down to being sick and talking about sickle cell and things like that, everybody always wants to talk about like the hospital aspects or what it's like being sick or all that stuff. But ain't nobody talk about like the real problems for real. Like, we a dying breed just like everybody else. Shit. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's something that needs to be talked about. But like I said, we don't ever talk about it. So yeah. But no, that little section of the song, that give me every trip.
I definitely do think about it. Look at the stars.
When you look at the stars, every trip. Every trip. Every trip. But CJ, you got anything to add? You just listening.
I mean, I
Hold
don't know.
on. Before you start talking, get back on your Wi-Fi because you was doing better when you was on the Wi-Fi. Are you on your Wi-Fi? He turned that shit off. He done got all glitchy and stuff. Turn that shit back on. Okay. See? Can y'all see him? He frozen online.
He frozen.
Okay.
Man,
I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna put the black screen and be like beep, and then come back. Come back. Sorry, go ahead.
But like, yeah, when you're like talking about people that pass and shit like that, like it's sick. Like, I don't even get on my P4 no more because like every time I get on, I see Andre's name pop up ASAP. Like on my friends list and shit. Like I see that shit and I'm like, damn, that's nah. Like I don't even want to look at this shit. But like, yeah, just little shit like that. Like it'll get you in your head.
Yeah.
Sure.
I don't know. It's jacked up. And then I think it's even more jacked up because like y'all are my people. I don't got no other friends. Like I got friends. You know what I'm saying? But
Y'all trying to shed tears on this episode?
What you trying to share tea? I've gotten to the point where I don't cry anymore.
Cause I'm saying,
Whoever's watching may cry.
here?
But Ariana may be over there crying, but I don't cry anymore. Y'all see me on the news. I was 10 toes. It was Bethany on the news boo-hooing. me.
Yeah. She was crying bad.
She said, "You trying to shed tears on this episode?" It may be other people that's watching that's gonna shed a tear, but I gonna thug it out. Fuck. But no, but yeah, just in terms of mentally, that really be the only thing that be messing with me now. Cause like I said, it's an ever continuous cycle, and I think my biggest fear is being the only one left.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. You took the words right out my head.
My biggest fear is being the only one left standing.
You literally took the image right out of my head. That's why I've been real quiet. Cause yeah, didn't even want to just put in the universe out. But yeah, that right there just took it right out of my head.
It's real deal. We having a real deal moment. Supposed to peak.
Yeah,
Peak.
definitely.
Yeah. Man, that's been my biggest fear for the longest is being the last one standing. Because if that's the case, take me.
Then really gonna start talking to yourself. They think I talk to myself now, boy. Boy, gonna be really
talk to themselves.
talking.
Be having a whole schizophrenic moment. And you're like, what you? I'm talking to my friends. Fuck.
And be dead serious.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. I think we got some good stuff for today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
Yeah.
Y'all over here holding back on me.
Mm.
I'm about to cry. Lord, I got nothing to say. Zion don't got nothing to say.
I really don't. You guys hit all the points, man. It's definitely a mental strain we go through every single day. Every day.
I think I done taught myself to block all that kind of stuff out. Like, just to not even think about it, like, or else I can't function on a regular day. If I could sit there and think of, if I allow myself to think about it, I'm not going to be able to function. So I had to really teach myself, like, just throw it in the back. Like, you got stuff to do. You don't got time to sit here and be moping around crying. You're never going to get nowhere if you keep it up doing it.
It's all right. Time. No, I'm playing. But no, I agree with that. But it's hard to just push it back in the back of your head when that shit happens again.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like knowing that it's about to just pop back up. Cause like with Dre was the first one. Then Naya happened like what? Not even a year and a half later.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was some others sprinkled in between that. And then with Nick passed, and then like I said, Jasmine passed at like 4 days later. Shit, like it ain't no time to like do that. And then I think the jacked up part about it even more is that some of the people you don't find out till like a week and a half, 2 weeks later, like, and you just be like, "Hey, for real."
Yeah. Especially if you ain't on social media like that. Like,
yeah.
Or like if I don't be talking to you for a while, like I don't know shit for real. Like,
I'm gonna be like Kaya. I need all of y'all mama's numbers.
Okay, that's where it really rooted from. Cause I'm like, bro, like when Brian would get sick and just disappear, I'm like, bro, is he dead? Like, is he like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? So then I had to start getting parents' numbers because I need to be in the loop. Ain't no hitting me up a week and a half later talking about this the funeral day. Like, what do you mean? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Brian be scaring the shit out of me because like he only calls me when he's in the hospital and because he ain't taking his meds.
No.
Like, or he's doing dumb shit. Like,
yeah. And I think the biggest example of that would have been Dre. Cause our only contact with him was him, you feel me? So once we seen that, like, I was reaching out to everybody and their mama. And then that's how I ended up in the situation I was in. Should have went to Dave and Buster's. But but no, like having to reach out to everybody and their mama. You know what I'm saying? But now that is, that's why I ended up just getting everybody's mama's numbers because then it wasn't no unknown. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got a baby. That's you, CJ.
What?
You got a baby.
Yeah.
You playing stepdaddy right now?
No.
Well, I was about to find out.
Get on my nerves.
Like stepdaddy, they said.
Oh.
No, that's my roommate's kids.
Oh,
They're about to go home.